Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening, man? Hope y'all doing good. GERVONTA Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz is going down this weekend, man. Halloween, October 31st. What a beautiful, beautiful setup for this fight. I love the way this fight has been rolled out. The all-access montages and highlights and documentaries have been amazing. Really been letting us in on the lives of these fighters, man. Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Showtime has done a wonderful job of really letting us, take a deeper look onto the inside of these guys' lives and, their background, their story, where they came from. Leo Santa Cruz come from humbling beginnings. His family, they talked about how he had multiple family members having to live in a 2-bedroom apartment and having to catch the bus and stuff like that, taking an hour to get to the gym. His father dealing with health issues, was in a battle for his life with COVID. And, GERVONTA Tank Davis, man, coming up in the mean streets of Baltimore, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? And, really, he said something that was really, that was deep as hell, man, talking about how boxing saved his life. He said he had 5 friends that, that came up fighting, and all the guys that he came up with that was boxers, that was getting into the fight game, they all got killed in the streets, and boxing is what really kept him on the straight and narrow. And, him and Coach Calvin building a rapport so early, said Coach Calvin pretty much raised him. Getting back to the fight, man, this is going to be a great fight. This is going to be a fantastic fight. You got two styles that it's inevitable for fireworks. It's going to be, and, the stylistic matchup, you got two guys that's going to meet each other in the middle of the ring and they going to clash. You got Tank Davis, who loves to come forward and throw a lot of big power shots, but who can box, who has really good footwork, who has speed, power, boxing IQ, very high boxing IQ. He hasn't really gotten a chance to show it much, but I've seen Tank in the gym. I've seen him, in his fights on film. I've seen him in a Pedraza fight. He showed a little bit of the footwork in that fight. I know he got the skills. He just really haven't been pushed. And I think Leo Santa Cruz is a guy that can bring some of those tools out with his constant pressure, his come forward style, punches and bunches. And Leo Santa Cruz also has a very solid boxing foundation as well. Very disciplined fighter, very skilled, and a very mentally tough fighter, Leo Santa Cruz. You got to remember, Leo Santa Cruz has beaten everybody that he's ever been in the ring with. He lost against Carl Frampton, but he also beat Carl Frampton as well, So he's beaten everybody that he's ever been in the ring with. And he has a very, very strong resume. So these two, and this is Tank's biggest step up. This is his biggest test, in my opinion. I know he went against Pedraza. I believe at the time Pedraza was undefeated. And that was a big win. And for him to go in there and stop Pedraza like he did in dominant fashion, that was big. But this right here, going up against Leo Santa Cruz, man, Leo Santa Cruz is tested through and through. He's been in with top competition. You look at Abner Mares, you look at Carl Frampton. He's been in there with the top guys, and he's come out on top. And I really believe that this fight is going to bring something out of both guys. This fight is going to demand something from both guys that they really never had to face before. I think with Leo Santa Cruz, you got, he's facing a guy in Tank Davis who, Leo Santa Cruz really never been in there with somebody as naturally gifted as Tank Davis, athletically gifted as Tank Davis. I don't know if he's been in there with somebody who is as powerful and as strong of a fighter as Tank Davis. You got Tank Davis, who he's fighting a guy in Leo Santa Cruz who is tested, who has experience beyond measure, who has, the mental fortitude, somebody that ain't gonna quit, somebody that gonna bring it every round, a guy with an extremely high work rate, who really, to be quite frankly, is a pound for pound caliber fighter. Leo Santa Cruz is a 4-division champion. 4-division champion. This guy has been through the test. This guy has beaten a lot of top fighters, and he's been doing it. He's been dominating his divisions for a long time. Leo Santa Cruz has been putting in work for a long time, and just, while everybody talking down on him and acting like he don't exist, he's been getting win after win after win after win. And he's been doing it in dominant fashion as well. So Leo Santa Cruz is a very balanced fighter. And I think both of these guys are going to present challenges to each other that they really haven't seen yet. This is a hell of a fight. I don't know if it will go the distance. I think it's a possibility that it'll go the distance. It just really depends on the game plan from each guy. I like Leo Santa Cruz's ability to box, but I think he's better when he's going forward and putting pressure on fighters and throwing a lot of punches. I like Tank Davis's ability to box, but I think he's better going forward and, picking his shots with precision and accuracy and great power, and being very explosive and athletic when he comes forward. This is going to make for a very explosive matchup. I like Tank Davis in this fight. I like Tank Davis. I believe that with Tank Davis having his first pay-per-view, I believe that he's going to perform under the lights. Tank Davis is one of those guys who seem very quiet outside the ring. When you put a camera in his face, you put him on ESPN like he just did the interview with Max Kellerman. He's very cool, calm, and collected. And, it seemed like he don't really show no emotion outside the ring. But under those lights, every time when I see Tank under those lights, it's like he transformed into something else. He turned into a whole nother beast. And I believe with this being his first pay-per-view, Tank Davis is going to go in there and transform into an animal, like a literal animal. I think you're going to see a silverback gorilla in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank Davis, when those lights come on, man, that dude be all business. And he looking like he got that killer look in his eyes, like he trying to hurt something, like he trying to take something. You feel me? And he don't care if you willing to give it up or not. He gonna take it. That's the look that he have in his eyes. They asked him, there was a clip of I forget what, I think it was, I don't know if it was after the Gamboa fight, but they asked him, who did you want to fight next? And he said, man, look, ain't no safety on this Glock. Anybody can get it. You feel me? Ain't no safety on this Glock. That's the type of Tank that you get when the lights come on. So I'm expecting Tank to go in here and weather the storm. It's going to be tough early on with Leo Santa Cruz putting that pressure on him. And if this fight goes past 8 rounds, I still like Tank's chances because Leo Santa Cruz has the ability to wear you down with pressure. But I believe that Tank Davis will also get an opportunity to show his boxing ability, show his footwork, show the angle, show the distance control. He is southpaw, and he's really good at keeping you in mid-range and punching distance, but also he can pop that jab out there, and either, push you back and keep that distance, or he can close the distance with the jab as well. So I think we're going to see Tank, a little bit of the boxing Tank in this fight. But then I ultimately see Tank, closing the distance and hitting Leo Santa Cruz with some shit that he ain't never got hit with in his life. And Leo Santa Cruz will go down, I believe, in the 7th round. I'm calling it. Y'all know I love the 9th round, right? I'm calling this one in 7. I don't know if it's going to end in 7, but I see the first knockdown happening around the 7th round. But fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and rock with that. I'm calling it in 7 for Tank Davis. I think Tank is going to close the distance maybe around rounds 5 and round 6, and then in round 7 he gonna hit him with something mean, and you gonna see Leo Santa Cruz go down. And Leo's very tough, man. You know, Leo might get back up and put up a fight. And if it does go past 7, like I said, I love round 9. I don't see this fight going past round 9. So I'm calling it between 7 and 9, but I'm gonna say round 7, Tank Davis by a TKO. I don't know if it's gonna be a clean, smooth knockout. You dig what I'm saying? But I do believe that Tank is gonna put some power on Leo and get him up out of there, man. But this is gonna be a great fight. And I want to say this. Tank, Leo Santa Cruz is a 4-division champion, man. If Tank goes out here and do what I believe that he's gonna do, y'all got to give Tank Davis credit. I don't want to hear, you know, he's fighting a smaller man and, you know, Tank is too big. Like, Tank, I don't know what makes y'all think Tank Davis is a 135-pounder. He's not. Just because the man walk around heavy and he struggles to make weight, all of that is due to lack of discipline. That has nothing to do. The man is 5'5". Tank Davis is 5'5". If he stay on a strict diet and work out every now and then when he don't have a fight, he can stay he can stay at 140, not the division, but he can stay at 140 pounds. And then when it's time to make a fight, he can go to training camp and get down to 130. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis is not a huge guy. Just because you undisciplined outside the ring, that don't mean, it's a lot of motherfuckers, like, you got regular people, you know what I'm saying? Regular people who walk around at 190 just because they out of shape. You feel me? Them motherfuckers ain't disciplined. They out of shape. They, technically they obese because at a certain height, you supposed to be weighing a certain type of weight. You know what I'm saying? So you got motherfuckers that's just basically out of shape, but that don't mean if they were to get in a pro boxing bout that they gonna go fight at 175, you know what I'm saying? Or they gonna fight at cruiserweight or something, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers, if they get disciplined, they gonna get down to their real weight. You know what I'm saying? So Tank Davis is not a huge guy. He's small for 135 pounds. Y'all think Lomachenko's small for 135. Tank Davis is small for 135. He's not a lightweight, bruh. He's a super featherweight. That's really what he is. You know what I'm saying? So but he can fight at lightweight. He has the ability to fight at lightweight. I think there are some guys that he can beat at lightweight, but he's not a lightweight. So get that bullshit out y'all head talking about Leo Santa Cruz is too small, Tank picking on a smaller guy. This will be a very credible win for Tank Davis if he can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be nobody trying to take away from this man victory. Leo Santa Cruz is a very credible win. We're talking about a guy that is 37-1, that has beaten everybody that he's ever been in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? A 4-division champion. Come on now. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How y'all see this fight going? What's y'all prediction and why? Let me know down in the comments, man, who y'all picking in this fight. And break it down for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know why you think what you think, man. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.